So I'm going to Goa for Goa Ultra 60K. Bye bye Leo. Let's go. So this is basically everything. The Asics Mega Blast, the Tego socks.
It's 4 AM and we're about to leave.
The race is finally started and we're 2 kilometers are done. यार एक दिन ये सब चुरा लूँगा. Coke is like an ultra runner's dream, bro. So I have a few afterthoughts that I would like to share about our race yesterday. One of them is about the organization. So I'm going to Goa for Goa Ultra 60K as well as spend a few days and chill in Goa. So this is everything that I'm taking. First comes my race outfit. On the top I'll be wearing a cap and I'll be wearing one of these sleeves, orange Tego t-shirt, the Tego waist belt with water bottles, and I'll probably put gels in it. This is the vest that I'll be taking. It's a Tego Pacer vest with a 2-liter bladder in the back. Basically my race nutrition will be salt caps and Univate gels as well as some electrol powder just in case. And these are all the bottles that I'll be taking. These are the Tego shorts and I'll be wearing a full sleeve liner, and these will be the socks that I'll be wearing. And I almost forgot the shoes actually. I'll be taking the Mega Blast. So these are the shoes that are my most favorite in the whole bunch of shoes. So these have been with me for Tata Mumbai Marathon where I ran like 3 hours 29 minutes, and they've been with me for the Stadium 100K, and I absolutely love these. And I genuinely think that out of all my shoes and everything that I've tried, these are the best shoes. Okay, so done with the race day. Other than that, I'm taking a few shorts and few pants and shirts for wearing after the race, some t-shirts, some synthetic t-shirts as well as some shorts just in case we plan to go on a hike or we plan to go on another run. My mom got this, so I'll be taking this as well, and a spare cap, Tego towel, some innerwear, some extra pairs of socks. Then let's come to the tech side of things. I'll be taking my laptop. This is the bag. My laptop is actually here, but yeah, I'll be taking my laptop, a power bank, some earphones, and I basically just bought the camera that I'm shooting in. This is the camera basically, and these are the batteries for it. I'm taking a mic just in case I need to shoot a brand reel or something. Taking a beautiful Seiko, so vintage Seiko. Some toiletries, a tripod, a bag for my camera equipment, another tripod just in case I need it, some bottles, one for protein and one for just water, ISO 0 packets, some more protein, some creatine, some protein bars just in case I get hungry, and magnesium. I generally use this a lot. It helps me with my recovery. And yeah, that's basically it. So I have like 10 minutes to fit all of this in a bag, so I'll do that quickly. How do I do this? I'm trying to think if I missed something. I completely forgot to put these. I think I'll just put it in my normal bag. Oh yes, and the most important thing, my glasses. I absolutely love these. And how can I forget Magan Lal Chikki? Now the last and the most important things, phone, wallet and some charger. I'm already pretty late, so let's go. Bye bye cycle and bye bye shoes. Let's go. Bye bye Leo. Obviously I forgot the most important thing, which is my watch, and mom is bringing it to me. Thank you. Thank you, ma. Okay, now we're actually off. So I reached Borivali station. So my train is Mangaluru Express. It goes from CSMT and doesn't come to Dadar, which a lot of trains do. So I'll have to go from here till CSMT. I forgot that it is like a relatively peak time and it's going to be tough getting in the train. Finally, I got a place to sit. Okay, so I reached Churchgate. Now I have to go from here till CSMT. CSMT किधर से जाना?
आपके पास हाँ इसको
I've reached. Now time to find which platform our train is on. Yeah. I'm trying to. I found my berth. Now just trying to go get some water, then I'll eat and then we'll sleep. Good morning. Finally reached Patgaon. So we just figured out the cab situation and the cost is around 1500 for going to Palolem beach. It's actually like my first time ever coming to South Goa, so I don't know the travel situation. North it's pretty easy, like you get a cab right outside. But here also like it's pretty easy only. There are people standing right outside the station where you can get a cab. So yeah, let's go. So this is our cab. We got a Ertiga basically and yeah, off to Palolem. We finally reached our stay. Our cab that dropped us is just going, and this is our stay for the next 2 days, and then we're gonna switch stays after the race. This is like extremely far in from like the main market or any main road, but looks interesting. सिक्योरिटी गार्ड आ गया, सिक्योरिटी चेक कर लो. देखो हर बैग की चेकिंग हो रही है. So we're leaving our bags and we're gonna go eat now. मेरी भी checking कर रहे. Bye bye. So this is our cottage for the next 2 days. Yeah, it's pretty good. Now we're gonna just change up and get ready to go to the bib collection. So I got all the clothes in the world, but I completely forgot to get a shaving kit. So I'm just going to go rush to the nearest medical and go get one. Just look at these roads, man. It's so beautiful. The whole way while we were coming here in the car, I was just thinking about how much better it would be to live here. I know like the services and the life is completely different from like the city life, but I think it'll be beautiful. I'm the kind of person I think who would love this as much as I like the city life. I think I would definitely aim to get a house in a place like this, in a chill place, sometime soon. Okay, so I got the razor, but I could not find some shaving cream, so we're gonna have to make do. Now we're kinda late to the bib collection, so I'm just gonna rush. So we all just left the hotel, and now we're off to the bib collection. The bib collection from our hotel is like 20 minutes of a walk, 1.5 kilometers I think. And I know it's a rainy season, but I literally got no umbrella, and it just started to rain. मज़ा आ गया. ये property खरीद लूँ. So this is where the bib collection is at. Let's go.
Here only.
So we had to fill like a declaration form to get into the line and get our actual race bibs. Just did that now. So this is the spot where we give the form, and they call out our name and we get our bibs. And I think you get your drop bag as well here if you need a drop bag. And for 60 kilometers there's only one drop bag. It's at the end at 60 kilometers. It's for if you want to change your clothes after the run. Thank you. On the bib. Okay, so right in this hotel, there is a race briefing going on right now. So the race briefing just ended, and it wasn't much honestly. It just gave us a few ideas about the aid stations are at around 6-7 kilometers, and there are no washrooms on the route, and you can buy stuff on the route and just consume it. You don't have to rely completely on yourself. But that's all. Okay, so we're done with the bib collection. There's still more people getting their bibs and everything, but we're done with this. Just wanted to show what the expo is like. There are a few brands here for clothing and nothing else. Yeah, I think this is only the second edition of Goa Ultra, so not many brands I think have come up to sponsor, and it feels more like a community event than a actual official race. But yeah, done with this. Now we're off to going to get some food.
I'm gonna change you to safe.
You're carrying a light or something?
उसमें तो नहीं लिखा है. Scope maybe. Hi Shri.
Like in the afternoon. Yes, I had a very heavy.
Okay, so it's race day tomorrow, obviously, and I'm just gonna put all of my clothes and all the things that I'm gonna be taking finally for a 60-kilometer race. So this is basically everything: the Asics Mega Blast, the Tego socks, a full-length liner, the Tego Pacer shorts, Pacer belt, Pacer vest, t-shirt, water flask, electrol and some salt caps, and some Univate gels and arm sleeves just in case it's sunny out. My favorite orange t-shirt, the cap, and some beautiful glasses. So that's all I'm packing for the Goa Ultra 60-kilometer run, and I'm just gonna sleep. It's actually pretty late and I should have slept a while ago. I think it's around 11 and we have to wake up at 3 a.m. so we can get out of the hotel by 4 and reach the venue by 4:30. The race starts at 5 a.m. and we have like a 10-hour window to complete the whole 60 kilometers. So that's it for today. See you all tomorrow.
Good morning, we're up. It's 4 a.m. and we're about to leave for the start point. I was super sleepy.
Good morning, guys.
Why your camera quality is so bad?
So we've reached the start point, and this is basically Palolem Beach right ahead. All the runners are here. There is no start line in a say, like there's usually like an arch here on the start, but there's no such thing here. And everyone's looking ready. Everyone has already started doing stretches and they're looking ready. And I'm also starting to finally get excited to run my first ultra marathon in Goa. Hello. Good morning. So cute. Everyone lined up here and we're just about to start. Let's go. The race has started. The race is finally started and we're 2 kilometers are done. Just now we're crossing under this bridge and that's where the more interesting road starts. So I checked yesterday in the GPX route map where it says that most of the elevation, like 90% of it, is at the start of the race. It's in the first 30 kilometers and then it's mostly like a downhill from there. 5 kilometers are done and it's feeling good. The roads are very like rolling up and down constantly, but they're pretty good roads, so it's fine. Also it's not raining as of yet, so we'll see how it gets when it starts raining. It's pretty hot and humid right now. But the beautiful roads of Goa have started. Just have a look. So on these inclines, we're using a method of walking and jogging, where if it's like a very steep incline, we're walking up it, and if it's like a okayish incline or we feel recovered, then we're jogging for a bit. Reached our first aid session, took some bananas, and now we're going. That's what the hydration points are like. I just quickly stole some bananas and now we're gonna just run off. The morning light is coming, the bananas are kicking in and there's a descent, so we're going fast. 8 kilometers are done and I'm feeling good. We just took like our first turn and we're on this beautiful road. But yeah, there's some more incline. I think that this could be the main incline of the race. So let's go do this. Just look at the damn views, man. Ten kilometers done and we're done with our first big incline. So 1 hour 20 minutes of running is done. I'm taking my first gel. "12 kilometers done." We reached the second aid station at the 12 kilometer mark. I think I'm gonna get some coke. Done with the aid station, had some coke, had some chips, and a Snickers, and a banana. Basically raided the whole station, but now we're off, back on the running route. Starting to drizzle as well, so we're feeling good. The views just keep getting better. So this is my jugaad for carrying salt tabs. I could not find a decent Ziploc bag, so this is what I'm doing. I'm basically trying to take 2 salt tabs an hour. Yeah, let's go. Hurry up. Our first river en route. So we're crossing some beautiful rice fields. We're at like almost 17 kilometers. And yeah, it's mostly flat. And I think there's like a big incline that's coming. So gotta be prepared for that. But as of now, feeling great. It's just these damn views, man. Makes it feel much more easier. And I'm genuinely looking forward to the next 40 something kilometers. I just want to quickly show you the road to heaven. So pretty. This is where the 300-meter climb starts. It's basically 4.5 kilometers of climb, but there's an aid station coming up soon. So I don't know for sure. I think we have to climb either that or this mountain because इसके अलावा तो और कोई mountain दिख नहीं रहा. Constantly every 5 minutes we have like a river flowing close by. I wish we could go to one, but I'm saving all the locations so I can try to go to it after the race. Look, there's the river. We've reached the third aid station right beside this beautiful river. And yeah, let's just quickly grab some bananas, not waste too much time, and go ahead. Look at this. Banana भी ले लेते हैं. Monkey take banana. यार एक दिन ये सब चुरा लूँगा, मज़ा ही आ जाएगा. Coke is like an ultra runner's dream, bro. Oh bro, look at that. Look at that waterfall. There's a lot of incline now, so it doesn't make sense to run here. So we're just walking up it. ये आपको नॉर्मल रेस में नहीं दिखेगा. अल्ट्रा में लोग छाता भी लाते हैं.
Good one, sir.
Smart decision.
You got this.
Yes. "22 kilometers are done, and I think we're done with most of the elevation, but we're now entering the Ambeghat checkpost, and there are some tiger warnings here. I think the tigers should be scared of me. So we've been running for 3 hours now, and I'm taking the second gel. Let's go. मज़ा ही आ गया. थोड़ा थोड़ा सन आ रहा है, but let's see. So after that main climb, it's like good 3-4 kilometers of decline, and we're sort of getting back the pace here. I think this was the biggest climb of the race, so should be easier from now. Here's another aid station. So इस aid station से मेरे पास इतना सही केला मिला. बाकी सब aid station का पाप लग गया लगता है. गौर क्रॉसिंग. एक गौर दिख जाए तो और जल्दी भागूंगा. "30 kilometers done. We're halfway through our Goa Ultra, and the roads are still beautiful. Nothing has changed. The weather is starting to heat up, but तो थोड़ा तो गर्म लग रहा है. Trying to run and cover time on the declines, and ज़्यादा incline आ रहा है तो फिर we're walking. And make sure having a ton of electrolytes even in rain. So this is one tip, yaar. Even in rain, people don't realize that they're still sweating and losing electrolytes. So yeah, keep having some. Bro, damn, look at this beautiful river. I wish I could go like kayaking or something into this. There's leopards here apparently. I'm just excited to see one. Cat, so cute. Hello cat. Hello. So we needed like a quick little washroom break, so we found a school actually, and they were kind enough to let us use the washroom. There is some stuff stuck in my shoe, so I'm trying to remove it. Small rocks. Chalo. Now we're off to running again. So we reached another aid station. Just going to quickly fill up some water and head off. यार आलू मिल गया. को खाना पड़ेगा।
अरे कोक देना। अच्छा एक कोक पकाएं प्लीज। हो गया?
ब्रो कोका-कोला अच्छी चीज़ है। ठीक बिस्कुट ले लो, हो जाएगा भाई। चल हो जाएगा, आ जा। अनदर एट सेशन डन। ओए भाई बनाना लेना भूल गया, अभी नहीं जा रहा भाई। $40 kilometers done. Just 22 more kilometers to go. The weather is acting up. There is sun a minute and then there is rain in another. But overall temperature is pleasant. Fourth Jal. Just crossed another aid station. It was at the 45-kilometer point, and I just filled some electrol and water in my water bladder. Did not feel like having some food, and since I just had that gel recently, I didn't have anything. Now just the last 16 kilometers, I guess. Let's get it. I think this is one of the last aid stations. It's at the 50-kilometer point, and I don't think we're gonna stop here. Maybe just have a banana and then sleep. एड स्टेशन आऊँगा, मैं बनाना नहीं लेके जाऊँ, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता। मुझे लास्ट में मैंने नहीं लिया तो मुझे बहुत ख़राब लगा, तो मैंने अब ले लिया। चलो जस्ट 12 more kilometers to go. 60 kilometers, just last 2 more kilometers. Let's get it. 60 kilometers done. We're done with Goa Ultra 60K. I guess this is like a tradition to give a Budweiser can after you finish your race.
कैमरा बचा, अपना सर नहीं।
Got the 60K finisher medal. It's actually a very beautiful medal. Now we're just gonna go in a tempo traveler. The start point is where the tempo traveler will take us, basically to the hotel or the start point. That's literally 60 kilometers from here, and yeah, we're just gonna quickly get into that and go back and rest. After the race, decided to get some dal chawal, some gulab jamun, and dahi as well. Ultra के बाद भाई यही सब मिलता है. But yeah, we're gonna eat this now and then quickly head back to our hotel. Finally done with the hell race. Now gonna go and get into the traveler and go back to our hotel and relax. हो गया भाई, हो गया. And we found the best seat. The run Goa Ultra 60K was so good. It was so good. So I basically just reached the place that I'm staying. I'm gonna just quickly freshen up, and honestly don't have the energy to do anything, so I'm just probably gonna sleep the bed. So I have a few afterthoughts that I would like to share about our race yesterday. One of them is about the organization. So I've done a lot of Western Ghats Running Foundation races, basically the SRTL and SCT, Sihagarh Epic Trail, and both of them are very well organized. Both of them have like people to cheer you, people to motivate you, and ribbons marked everywhere. Compared to that, this did feel like a little bit less organized. But I think that like there are literally people who would prefer that. Like there would be people who would just prefer just running and not having so much motivation, so much outside input. And I think this race sort of works out for those kind of people. So not trying to say that one thing is good, other thing is bad, but just trying to tell you how it is. The second thing is about the beautiful route. It was so good. It was like barely any cars. The route was very well chosen, and there were so many times where I stopped, took a photo so that I can see the location in the photo and come back to the place. There were so many waterfalls and rivers that we saw, that we just crossed, and like I took photos of, and overall just loved the route completely. Hello. And the third thing is about how I actually felt during the race. The start was pretty good. It was like pitch black when we started, and after an hour or so light came in, sun sort of rose up, and the rain was perfectly timed. It was raining like every 1 hour or so, and right when we needed it, like right when we were feeling very tired, the rain was sort of bringing back the energy. One thing is that there are no washrooms. So even the organizer, when we asked them the question, they said that there is a washroom at the start, there's a washroom at the end, and there's nothing in the middle. But there was a point where I needed to go, and we figured out one place in a school and went to the washroom there. So as of this year, 2026, we were allowed to take anything from a shop or stop at a hotel to use the washroom. Like, you're allowed to do that technically. If you're participating in it for the next year, I think you should just ask these questions in the race briefing, and the rules might change the next year. So be careful about that. And later at like 30-40 kilometers is when we actually started feeling it, and legs started hurting because we were running for so many hours, so legs were obviously hurting. And the route basically has constant elevation, ups and downs, rolling hills basically. And there were like, I think, 2 big hills that we had to cross, and they were difficult. There was a hill which lasted for like 3-4 kilometers. We had to cross that and come down, but overall not too bad. So that was sort of the route and how we felt during the race. One funny thing in the end was that they increased the distance of the race from 60 to 62 kilometers, but after 60 and after 62 also, the end point was not coming at all. The end point was at 63, and that was tough. They were like pushing. So they told us basically that the end is at a resort, and like we were just not seeing it. The roads were empty. There was literally nothing on the road at 60-kilometer point, and we were just tired. But overall, yeah, if you want to do like a road ultra with elevation, with a good bit of distance, I think this is a very good one to do. Would I do it again? Yeah, I might. I might do the 120, or I might do the 60 again to try like a PB. But yeah, that's all I have to share about the Goa Ultra race and about my experience at the Goa Ultra 60K Hell race. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.